All right, like they like to say in my kids' schools, it's time to show what you know. It's quiz time. Don't worry, not too hard. Just want to make sure you were awake during these past few lectures. First question. The schema for your documents, that is the definition of what sort of information is stored within your document, is defined by what? The index, the type, or the document itself? Where is the information stored as to the actual schema of the information that a document contains? The answer is the type. So the type is basically, again, the equivalent of a table in a database. It defines the individual fields and what data types they are that a document contains. So again, going back to the example of an Apache log entry, that type might define things like the URL that was requested, or the status code, and the request time, and the referring URL, and things like that. Or if we're storing something like Wikipedia entries, it might just include things like the text of the article itself, the author of the article, the title of the article, things like that. That is all defined by the type of a document. And again, we define types in Elasticsearch by defining what's called a mapping when we're setting up our indexes. Question 2. What purpose do inverted indices serve in a search engine? This isn't just specific to Elasticsearch, it's in general for search engines. Does an inverted index allow you to search phrases in reverse order? Do they quickly map search terms to the documents that they reside within? Or are they a load balancing mechanism for balancing search requests across your entire cluster? What do you think the answer is? If you said the second one, you're right. They quickly map search terms to documents. So remember, an inverted index simply maps out specific search query terms to the documents that they live in. So as you index documents, an inverted index is actually created where it splits those documents into search terms and has a very quick lookup of where to find those search terms in given documents. Next question. If I have an index configured for 5 primary shards and 3 replicas, how many shards would I have in total? A little bit tricky here. Think about that for a little bit. Is the answer 8, 15, or 20? I can think of ways of doing the math where I could get any of those answers, but the correct answer is, hit pause if you still have to think about it. No cheating. The answer is 20 shards. So the way that works is that I have 5 primary shards, so I start with 5 shards, and then I want 3 replicas of each shard as well. So 3 times 5 is 15. So I end up with 5 primaries and 15 replica shards for a total of 20 shards in this particular example. Remember how that works because they can add up fast. And remember, a given node can actually contain many different shards. So, it will distribute shards among nodes in whatever way makes sense on your cluster automatically. Just because I have 20 shards does not mean I need to have 20 machines in my cluster. We can have many shards on a given node. Next question. Elasticsearch is built only for full text search of documents. True or false? Well, you got a 50-50 shot on this one, but if you've been paying attention at all, you know the answer is false. Elasticsearch can index any sort of structured data with any kind of mapping you can dream up. So it's not just for full text search anymore. It's not just for searching encyclopedias and websites and blogs. It can also be used for searching and even aggregating and visualizing numerical data or time-based data or whatever you can dream up. And increasingly it's being used as a tool, for example, for aggregating weblogs from web servers and sort of building a system that can compete with Google Analytics and things like that. So Elasticsearch is not just for search anymore. How'd you do? I hope you did pretty well there. If not, go back and review those first few lectures because these are important concepts that'll provide the underpinning for all the stuff that we're going to be doing going forward. But with all this conceptual stuff under our belt, it's time to roll up our sleeves in the next section and actually do some more hands-on stuff. So let's get busy. We've accomplished a lot together in a short period of time. We've installed an Ubuntu virtual machine and got Elasticsearch up and running on it, and we've covered the basics of what Elasticsearch is for and how it works. You've already learned some valuable information, so congratulations on reaching this point. But we've only scratched the surface of what Elasticsearch can do. In the remaining sections of this course, we're going to focus on hands-on activities to show you how to import, search, and analyze your big data with Elasticsearch in many different ways. Keep on going, I've got a lot left to show you.